Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about significant figures. I feel like it's a subject that comes up time and time again when it comes to answers, and students aren't quite sure maybe how to do it or why. Okay, so significant figures is a little bit different from like rounding to a nearest decimal place or the nearest tenth and whole number. It's because it's asking you to look at the number and say, okay, which is the most significant values, which holds the most weight in each question. So this first question, each one I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 significant figures. But again, each question is just going to be slightly different, hopefully highlighting things I think are important. Okay, so I'm going to start with the second question, just because this is going to be nice and straightforward. So with this number, if you're asked to round to the nearest significant figure, you want to know what holds the most weight going from left to right. So you want to see the first number you see that isn't 0, which in this case is the 4. So that's in the 100th column. So one significant figure, I'm going to go over to the 5 and say, okay, we round 5 up. So this number is close to 500. We only want one number that is significant, which is the 5. The rest is just 0. So then 2 significant figures, I want to look at the first 2 numbers that I see going left to right when the first one isn't 0. So in this case, it's the 4 and the 5. So we look at the 6. The 6 we would round up, so that would change to 5. So this would be close to 460. And then 3 significant figures is the first 3 values that we see, which in this case is going to go to the 6. The number after that decimal is a 2, so that's not going to round up, it's going to round down. So that is going to leave this number as 456, and we don't need that 2. So they're 1, 2, and 3 significant figures. So you can see they're slightly different. It's just rounding to what they have asked in terms of the weight of the number. So if I go back to the first question, my first significant number I see is the 4 in the 100th column, because you go left to right and the zeros don't count to start with, okay? So then one significant figure, this is going to be 0.05, because that 5 would make it round up. 2 significant figures, okay, we're going to go to the next number. 6, we round up, so it's 0.046. And then 3 significant figures, that 7 would make it round up, so it's 0.0457. So 3 significant numbers, it depends on where that place value is, okay? So if we go to the 50, slightly different this time. So the first number we see is the 5. So one significant figure is just going to be the 50, okay? Because it's in the tens column. 2 significant figures, again, it's just going to be 50. Because there's no numbers after that 0. But this is the important bit. 3 significant figures. If it wants 3 significant figures for this type of question, you don't actually have more numbers. You still have to put in the 0 after the decimal. And it's because it's asked for 3 significant figures. So if that last number is after that decimal and it's a 0, you still have to put that in. Right, this last number, one significant figure, the first number we see which is in 0 is the 2. So I'm going to put that 2 in, which is going to be here. The second significant figure that we are going to put in is going to be, because it's the 0, we're going to have 2 point, and then we're going to put that 1 in, because 8 will round up. And then that last significant figure, 3 significant figures, is going to be 2.08, and that's because the 4 would round down. So this 0 here is still significant. It's just that it is at the end.